Hello, and welcome to the discussion on the Chateau de Versailles. Your artist is going to start off with the architect, who is Louis Laveau. Your landscape engineer is Andre Lanotte, and the interior designer is Charles Lebrun. Labrun. Historical period is the Baroque. Materials and techniques. This one is marble with gold gilding. And I'm going to hand it over to Mrs. Moran to do the intended purpose.
All right. So this piece was commissioned by the King of France, who at the time was Louis XIV, and he was a very successful king.
Yes.
And he actually took this palace and built it outside of Paris, which the royal court had initially been in Paris, and there was a lot of pomp and circumstance around the royal court. It was always very busy, and there was a lot of. If you've ever seen any movies about it, they exaggerate it to some extent, but there's a whole lot of drama all the time. And so, to kind of get away from all of that, he moved his court out of Paris, um, and he built this enormous palace, and you can actually see from one of these pictures just how gigantic it is. The scale of this thing is massive.
Yes, that's not all of it either.
No, it isn't. It has very intricate gardens
And stables.
Yes, it's just
Yes.
And well, you're probably thinking, okay, so something this large um, has to be funded by somebody, right? So who do you think was the person who, or the people who paid for it? It's exactly that. The people of France paid for this. And so he basically overtaxed the people in order to pay for all of this enormous wealth here. And um, it's funny, there's even a room that's for dogs.
Right.
It's just his dog room.
Mm-hmm.
So it's extravagant, and it was meant to emphasize his importance and his wealth. And he did it all on the backs of the French people at the time. And so, for our patron and our intended audience, King Louis XIV is our patron. And then let me see if I can find his name on here somewhere. Here he is, King Louis XIV. And he is the audience as well as his royal court. And you'll see this kind of this is kind of the starting point for where things start to go a little bit downhill for France. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for listening.